And unfortunately, one of my most hated teams.
And our hated teams.
Our
Let's
hated
just
teams. We love Arsenal.
We love Arsenal. It was a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Beckham. Like we never got to see Beckham live, but
Yeah.
that's what we imagine
Yeah.
watching his free kicks were like.
Penalty miss from Saka. I think that was the moment where I thought, this is Madrid's game now. I think that CDM, like you need a proper holding midfielder. For the first time, I would say that they did deserve this win. They deserve to go to the semi-finals. I don't know if they will be able to beat an informed PSG. Now we know that on a good day, Arsenal can win if they want.
If they want.
But I am scared that if Barca plays against good teams, they can suffer. It's very difficult to predict what's going to happen in Barca versus Inter because of the performance they had in the second leg. But kudos to Pedri, man. The moment Pedri came on the pitch, Barca looked in utter control.
I have
Again
no
back.
shame in admitting Pedri is the best midfielder. Right?
Currently, he is the best
he is.
midfielder. He looks effortless. You have to understand Bayern is a possession-based team. They are not like Inter, where they're going to sit back at a low block and enjoy just defending for 90 full minutes and then scoring 1 or 2 goals from 1 or 2 chances. They are a team like that and they always do that and they do it well. Yes, let's start.
Hello guys, welcome back to the third episode of the Offside Antics podcast. I'm Sid and this is...
I'm Hito.
And today is a sad day for me as a Madrid fan.
It was great for me. Not actually, I hate Arsenal. I love Arsenal.
yeah, we love Arsenal. I love them even more now. But I did not enjoy the Champions League weekend this time.
I loved it.
As a Madrid fan, I can't begin to explain why I hate the Champions League suddenly. Yeah, so as you can already understand what the topic is gonna be for this podcast. So the quarterfinal stage.
Yeah.
It ended. And 4 teams are now in the semi-finals. Unfortunately, one of my favorite teams is not there.
And unfortunately, one of my most hated teams.
And our hated teams.
We love Arsenal.
We love Arsenal. So yeah. And they are there. God knows how, but they are there.
But credit is to be given where credit is due. I feel like Arsenal did play really good. Like there was like individual brilliance from obviously Declan Rice and all. But then, thank God, man. Thank God Declan Rice scored those 2 free kicks. Otherwise...
Even as a Madrid fan, I appreciate beauty. And those 2 shots, especially the second one, was a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Beckham. Like we never got to see Beckham live, but that's what we imagine watching his free kicks were like.
And I never imagined Declan Rice to score free kicks like that.
Yeah, but it was an unexpected name. When I saw 2 names on the score, so by the way, I didn't watch all the matches. He did.
I did.
So
if I look tired and all, I didn't sleep.
So our schedules are very different.
Yeah.
So he watches the matches and he lets me know what happens.
Yeah.
So when I saw the next morning, when I saw the 2 names, I was like 3-0 is fine.
Yeah.
It's not fine, but understandable. But Declan Rice 2 goals.
No, 3-0. Like at first I thought Madrid is going to win easily. I mean, Arsenal, they drew against Everton before coming into this game. I was like, they're going to win. Declan Rice used to play as a centre back.
Then he moved to CDM.
Then he moved to CDM. Now he's playing as center midfielder. What was those 2 goals? Like scoring 2 free kicks in one single match.
I think it's in the record books, right?
Yeah. It is going to go down in history as one of the biggest Arsenal moments, at least.
He's joined players like Ronaldo and all in this list, scoring 2 free kicks.
Ronaldo, Rivaldo, and there was one more dude.
Legends. All legends.
And they won the second leg through sheer confidence and momentum since the first game. Like after beating Madrid, you just have that belief you're going to win.
Yeah.
So second leg, I didn't see much. Arsenal wanted to win, but they didn't want to move the ball around like they did in the previous match. Madrid looked more intense. They had the intensity. They wanted to win, but we have to understand that if you don't have a clear game plan, it's not going to work. Sheer belief won't help. And that's what Madrid is throughout this whole season. Like, they just believe they can win, but they can't win because they don't have Joselu and Cruz anymore.
And that whole eyebrow thing doesn't work anymore. It worked 2 seasons ago, it doesn't anymore.
And the referee was on Arsenal's side last match. So
surprisingly. So you can't blame like corruption or Madrid.
Definitely. The penalty miss from Saka, I think that was the moment where I thought, this is Madrid's game now. Because the moment that happened, Madrid looked more confident. They were pushing for it. But then that penalty that was almost given to Mbappe, there every momentum was lost. Because we were all sitting for 5 minutes thinking what's going to happen. and Declan Rice was fighting with Bellingham.
Two random, like,
Two national teammates, they are fighting with each other. Bellingham was such a crybaby yesterday, couldn't handle his emotions.
He couldn't accept it. They were losing to Arsenal.
To Arsenal, yeah. I mean, if I would have been there, we lost to. See, now we both are same.
Yeah.
On aggregate, you guys lost 5-1, and we in one single match we lost 5-1.
5-1.
So we both are on the same boat now. But yeah, I think we both don't like Arsenal. But
we love
Arsenal. Yeah, we love Arsenal. But they played so good. Yeah, they played so good. Like in the first leg. I know home game, they have that home crowd, but Madrid, like their competition.
It's UCL is Madrid.
Yeah, now Madrid is going to we have 15 UCLs and all that. It's fine.
It's fine. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, but that team, like if you look at the team on paper, like the YouTuber AA9 skills. AA9 skills. He said that if Mbappe comes to Madrid, then Barcelona shouldn't just prepare. The whole world
should prepare.
Yeah,
I think we should have prepared first.
I think Madrid fans should have prepared.
Yeah. See, on paper, I think yesterday's match we just had the weakling was Vasquez.
Yeah.
And even he's not bad.
And Vasquez actually had a good game. Actually, though, I think the midfield, I felt like the defense is fine and all. Rudiger was just beating people around. They wanted to beat people up. That's what they were there for. Asensio was good. I think that CDM, like you need a proper holding midfielder.
Tchouaméni is good, but he's not a proper holding midfielder.
No, he can't control the defense. He can't control the midfield. Valverde was doing it, but then I couldn't see Valverde half the match. He was trying his best. There were like good 2 or 3 crosses that Valverde put in the box. Nobody at the end of it.
I mean, there's only so much he can do. Like, he can't pass and run and score.
Yeah, and we know that Arsenal's defense is one of the best in the league. So you can't argue with that.
Even without Gabriel, he did so well.
Yeah,
coming into the Bernabeu and winning 2-1, it's not a joke.
And a young teenager, Miles Lewis Kelly, as a fullback, he was coming into the defense. He was dribbling against Bellingham. Like Bellingham had to foul him to stop him. So the confidence they had, Arsenal, they had the confidence. Usually they are like, be humble and this, that. But we always say that they are like all talk and no show.
But they are actually...
But for the first time, I would say that, they did deserve this win. They deserve to go to the semi-finals. I don't know if they will be able to beat an informed PSG. Because on the ball, off the ball, PSG is good.
This semi-finals is going to be fun. Both the matches.
Both the matches are going to be crazy. It's like, when Man City and Real Madrid went to the semi-finals, they both were in form. Benzema, Cruz, Modric, everybody was playing back then. It's going to be like that, except young players.
It's not the big names. They are soon to be big names.
Yeah, they are like all teams are there to prove themselves. Like Barca, Inter. I think Inter is the only team who have been there for the last 3
If you look at it, the other 3 teams have been very on
even PSG. But then PSG had a different team, different tactics. Mbappe was there. So except Inter, I would say all the other 3 teams, they are there to prove themselves. Because Inter has been to the finals, semi-finals in the last 2-3 years. They have been proving themselves.
And Mbappe left PSG to come.
Yeah, and now PSG can win.
My
probably.
God.
PSG has a bigger chance of winning it. Yeah.
Actually, they have a good shout.
They have a good chance.
They are on the other side of the bracket than Barca.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be but I'm not going to predict again.
Yeah, our predictions, they went terribly wrong. I think.
First leg was still fine from your behalf.
No, like the first game the first games that happened, Bayern and Madrid. Those 2 we were completely wrong. The other 2 we were right. But like still, we didn't expect Bayern to go out. We didn't expect Madrid to go out because we didn't know Arsenal is good. But now we know that on a good day, Arsenal can win if they want to.
If they want to.
Yeah.
They have been proving it this season.
I don't know if they still have the potential to win the UCL. But yeah, semi-final they deserve to go because they played in the first. I don't know. It's not called the group stages anymore. I don't know what it's called anymore.
The league phase.
The league phase, yeah. So in the league phase also they did pretty well. They were in the top 8, I think. So they directly went to the round of 16. They didn't have to play any qualifiers. So they did good only. I think
they demolished PSV, right?
Yeah.
They got PSV.
Yeah, PSV 7-2 or 8-2 in 2 legs. So they played good. They all like in the Champions League they played good. But Madrid, I expected a little bit more from Madrid. Like the team they have. I know it's a weird team. Tchouaméni sometimes playing centre back.
But still,
Valverde
it's Madrid.
right. But it's their competition. They should know how to deal with it. I think Porto also said that we put in a lot of crosses, but we didn't have Joselu to finish those off. So that's a very bold statement because you have Mbappe, you have Vinny, you have Rodrigo.
Arguably the best front three.
Yeah.
And you are missing Joselu.
Yeah.
It's not Madrid mentality anymore.
Yeah. Mbappe has, Mbappe did, a lot to kind of get into that striker, aura, but
it's not working out.
It's not working out. They need to find something. They either have to get new. I think they have interest in Liverpool's McAllister. Yeah, they are not interested in Zubimendi. They are interested in McAllister. I don't know if McAllister will come. I mean, he might. It's Real Madrid.
It's hard.
They call
even in the worst years, people still want to join Madrid.
Yeah. So I don't know. They need to buy new players, man. I think they need to sell few players. They need to buy new players.
They have to let go of the nostalgia.
Yeah.
The fan favorites.
Yeah. And I think Madrid has always done that. They have let go their best players if they don't perform. So I think they need to invest a little bit on the midfield. They need more control over the midfield. Modric is getting old. Kroos left. How much will Valverde do? He doesn't have that kind of a, vision like Pedri does. Pedri alone, he's smaller than Valverde. He has lesser physicality, but he has that technique. He can move around. He can control the midfield.
None of our midfielders can control.
Yeah.
They are good midfielders.
I think somewhat it's because of the game plan that Ancelotti has put in the team. Like do whatever. You have full freedom.
Bellingham needs to. I wouldn't say it's his fault. He has nothing to go on. But if he is provided a good plan, a structure, he can do well.
Yeah, I like if you build a team like on someone like. Now they are trying to build it on Mbappe. It won't work.
You have to build it around Bellingham or Valverde.
Yeah, like you can't. Mbappe hasn't still gotten the hang of it. He's still like a left winger. He's not a striker. I know he scored 30 plus goals, all competitions.
For his debut season, he's doing well,
but not at the standards we expected. Like getting out of the Champions League. There's no point scoring 30 goals if you're getting out of the Champions League.
Plus, we are not winning the league. At least not.
It might be a trophyless season for you guys. So it's probably one of the worst seasons in Madrid's history.
I have seen this. Every time we go for a Galactico thing, it doesn't
never works out. Yeah, it will never work out. PSG also did that for years. It doesn't work out. You need like a good team with a good chemistry.
You need a few superstars and a support system.
Yeah, you need a balanced team. Now let's talk about the next.
Which one do you want to talk about? Since we talk about Madrid, let's go to Barca.
Yeah. First leg was amazing.
We knew what was going to happen. First leg.
I mean, I was a little skeptical. I think if we would have done a podcast last week about this, then I would have said it probably. There were 2-3 chances which Guresi missed, Dortmund striker. And otherwise, it would have been 4-3 in the first leg. Yeah, so I was very scared about Barca's defense. I know everybody was talking about after that match they played I think Leganese or something and they the Inigo Martinez tackle, everybody was hyped, what a tackle. Everybody was talking about Barca's rock solid defense, but in the previous match I was very skeptical about the defense because Guresi was getting in very easily without any pressure. So I was scared about that, and that's exactly what happened in the second leg. He got a hat-trick. So, and obviously because Inigo Martinez wasn't playing, there was this youngster who was also playing as centre-back. Araujo came and he looked terrible. So, because of the defense, but I am scared that, if Barca plays against good teams, they can suffer.
Like Inter. Next they have Inter.
Because Inter is not going to, keep the ball. They are very happy low block. In low block, and they'll wait for you to make a mistake, and then they are ruthless in the finishing. Lautaro will just, if Lautaro gets 1 or 2 chances, he's gonna finish.
Even Thuram, what the runs he makes.
So it's very difficult to predict what's going to happen in Barca versus Inter because of the performance they had in the second leg. But kudos to Pedri, man. The moment Pedri came on the pitch, Barca looked in utter control.
I have no shame in admitting Pedri is the best midfielder. Right?
Currently he's the best midfielder. He looks effortless. Frankie de Jong, I always talk about Frankie de Jong coming to his best again. But then he was there. He was playing the full match. The moment Pedri came, everybody looked better. like I think Pedri is the main focal point in that team, where he controls the whole thing. Rafinha had a bad game. Lamine Yamal was okay. Lewandowski, you need to feed him for him to score goals.
Otherwise, he can't score. I mean, I don't blame him. He's old.
Yeah,
what
he's
else
old.
can he do?
Plus, he is not like a Harry Kane. He won't drop deep and then create chances. He's a person who's going to finish the chances.
Yeah, give him the ball, he'll score.
Yeah, he's like kind of like Haaland, except can dribble a little bit. Haaland has no dribbling. Yeah,
He's just a force of nature.
yeah. He's going to finish the chances anyhow. And in very weird ways. Like he has very weird body movements and all. Because maybe he's very tall. And about Dortmund, I think Dortmund had a chance to win it, honestly. In the second leg, they looked like they were the team who were wanting it more. Yeah, it was a scary.
Barca just wanted to finish it out.
Yeah, and Fermin, I expected a little bit more from Fermin because he missed 2-3 sitters. Like he could have scored. He could have given Barcelona that place where they would have been comfortable. But then, Gavi and Fermin, I think these were the two. Gavi, Fermin and Frankie de Jong were playing as midfielders. It looked fine. I mean, Barca was comfortable. They didn't want to push. But Rafinha, Yamal, they were playing. They could have finished it. But yeah, that is the thing. That is why, when people compare Yamal with Messi and all, I'm like, no man, there's no chance.
No chance. Yamal is very good. My favorite youngster right now. But
I think my favorite youngster has shifted.
Who?
I think it's Doué now.
Doué
From PSG. My God, he's such a good player. I didn't expect.
Moving on. Third match.
Now we'll move on to PSG. Yeah. That was a good match. I think that was like the second leg. That was the second leg. That was good. Madrid was disappointing. Arsenal was cruising. Dortmund and Barcelona, I think it was scary, but we all knew Barcelona was going to
pull it through. They were going to pull through. Yeah.
We'll come to Inter and Bayern, but I think Aston Villa versus PSG was a good second leg to watch because it was evenly matched. Like Luis Enrique said that we are ready to suffer. He knew something's going to happen. So Aston Villa pushed forward, man. All the players. Like I expected the starting 11 to be very different, but Unai Emery knew what he was doing. I think Rashford played good. I think I always forget his name, man. Who's the striker?
Ollie Watkins.
Ollie Watkins should have started. But Morgan Rogers, man.
How was Asensio?
Asensio didn't start. He came on later on. So it was a good match. Like the way they turned it around. Like from nothing actually. From nothing they turned everything around. I saw Prince William also shouting his ass off. He's a Aston Villa fan. I didn't know. And yeah, it was a very good match. Like I saw they could have drawn and it would have gone to extra time. Like I was ready because last second I think it was Rashford who almost scored and it was a save from their Donnarumma. So it was a very good match. There was also like a header which was saved by Donnarumma. There were good chances. I think PSG also had good chances. Dembele won the Man of the Match award, but he wasn't the Man of the Match. I think Morgan Rogers. My Man of the Match would have gone to Morgan Rogers because he was amazing. Like he was very good. Like suddenly out of nowhere creating chances, scoring goals. It was amazing to watch. It was fun. Like I thought genuinely for a minute in the last seconds of the game, I thought it was done. My prediction is going down the hill. I think Aston Villa will move on because you know what happened with Arsenal and Inter. So I thought all my predictions are wrong. And just saying, ball knowledge is not determined by, prediction. Like I told you so.
This is the magic of UCL. Yeah. Nothing works out according to plan.
Nothing works out like the way you want. So it was great to watch. The UCL is now, I would say, at its peak now. It's good because since the last few years, Man City
has been boring.
Yeah, Man City has been, going every year. They have been either to the semi-finals, quarterfinals, finals. So I always watched Man City's matches. I never really watched other teams playing. So it's finally good to see other teams playing because it's fun because you never know what happens. You know your team inside out, so you know probably what's going to happen. But other teams, it's fun to watch. So it's for the first time in a long time where I'm watching other teams play. Otherwise, I don't like watching them. I only watch Man City's matches.
Like 1 year back, who would have believed you when you said Aston Villa going head to head against PSG?
Against PSG. And if it would have happened, I would have said PSG is going forward, man, because they had Messi, they had Neymar, Mbappe,
Ramos.
And it was such a weird, like, I forgot also Ramos was in PSG. My
That
God.
was a super team.
Yeah, like, it was so weird seeing Ramos and Messi playing together. Like, they wanted to kill each other at one point.
They have this very famous picture, like him holding his neck.
Yeah. So, like, I would have never thought. Never would have thought. And Barca, I think also, I would have not thought. In the last few years, they played so bad that, Barca, I think it had become like that Man United thing. Barca is getting out. There's
like
no
it's
chance.
a fallen giant. So.
Yeah. They were playing good in the league, but then we all know that, Premier League and La Liga is different. Premier League is very tough. La Liga, I think it's just 3 teams playing.
Suddenly we got Girona or Sevilla.
Yeah, every other time there's this one team
like
which has a wonder
it's
season.
Betis.
Yeah, like that Leicester season. Every team has like that one season, like in the Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen also. Yeah, so now let's talk about Bayern and Inter. Nothing to talk about there, man.
I mean, it was probably the closest match.
Yeah, like I thought Bayern is going to edge, but then Inter's defense is rock solid, man. Bastoni. I have said this a lot of times. I think currently he's the best defender. People talk about Saliba, Gabriel.
No.
Bastoni. Yeah.
Bastoni, if he goes to the big club, like Inter is a big club, don't get me wrong, but if he goes to the big names, he's winning many awards.
Many. Like, I think the first goal, Muller's goal, in the first leg was actually Bastoni's mistake. He had a head loss. He didn't see the back post. But then, the way Inter controls the defense, like I think they have 5. They have a 5 back.
Like it's Amorim's system, but better.
Yeah. So and plus their midfielders are like Çalhanoğlu, Barella, and I forgot his name.
Let's just see it.
He still plays.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
He's a good midfielder.
Like, by the way, Mkhitaryan and Darmian are both Man United rejects.
Now you understand what happened to
Like,
him.
I wouldn't say Mkhitaryan is a reject. He was good at Arsenal. Then he a swap deal that ruined everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Darmian is a reject.
Yeah. Great players. Like the way the midfielders become centre backs, the centre backs become midfielders. Like the
Fluid.
tactics, it's very fluid. Like, and the runs by Thuram, the finishing by Lautaro. I think Bayern.
Kim Min-jae tackle.
Yeah.
Good tackle. I think as a defender, I can appreciate that sliding save from
Goretzka, yeah.
Worth watching. If you watch the highlights, do watch that.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. I think Bayern did well. But you have to understand Bayern is a possession-based team. They are not like Inter, where they're going to sit back at a low block and enjoy just defending for 90 full minutes and then scoring 1 or 2 goals from 1 or 2 chances. They are a team like that, and they always do that, and they do it well. Bayern is a team that has possession, and they are going to
push.
They are going to push. They are going to try to break down that low block. I think I don't know what happened. I know people are saying Harry Kane missed the first in the first leg. He missed like a career defining chance or whatever. But then I didn't see Bayern as threatening at all. They were good, but against Inter they looked like they were trying, but they couldn't. I could see the frustration, and Kimmich. I love Kimmich, but then their build-up is so slow that it's actually favoring Inter's defense. So you need to be very fast. You need to push the ball forward. I know, because Man City played against that team, and there's not much team difference in that. Like Inter's team has been the same kind of. There has been no change. Manager is the same. Tactics are the same. Players are the same. So I know how difficult it is to break down Inter's defense and low block.
City scored 1 goal in
the final. I know it's nerves and all, and if you would have played against them in like a different setup,
situation,
we would have probably scored more goals. But we played against them this season also, and it was 1-1. It's very difficult. They had only 1 or 2 chances, and they scored in that chance. So it's very difficult to break down an Inter's defense. But Bayern did a good job.
A draw is respectable.
Yeah, they did a good job. It was a close match, but then Inter, I think, has the quality. I think they are like a proper Italian team. They're a proper Italian team. They know how to defend, and then they're going to score those 1 or 2 chances that they get easily.
Do you think Musiala would have made a difference?
Yeah, 100%. Musiala would have made a difference. I know, but I don't know if he would be like the only reason a rock solid defense would break.
He would probably help.
He would help creating chances. Probably Harry Kane would have been in a favourable position. but then they were losing, lost, chances. Like, there was a chance where Harry Kane literally gave the ball to Olise. Olise missed in front of goal because of obviously Bastoni tackling. So there were chances they could have scored, but they couldn't. And it's in Champions League, it's all about those fine differences. So it was a good match. All of the matches were good.
The quarterfinals were fun to watch.
It was very fun.
Neutral, it would have been amazing.
It was very fun.
As a Madrid fan, I hate it.
Fair.
So,
and I'm so glad that Man City didn't play the quarterfinals because we would have been battered. The way we played this season.
Any of the teams would have defeated you.
Except Dortmund.
Maybe
Dortmund.
Maybe Dortmund.
Dortmund, except Dortmund, and I think Bayern also. I think we would have won against Bayern.
Honestly, I would say even Madrid. Madrid defeated you, I know, but this Madrid probably wouldn't have.
So I'm so glad that Man City is not there because every team in the quarterfinals looked great. It was fun to watch. And I hope the semi-finals is at the same level also. I think it will be.
So let's talk about
the semi-finals.
First matchup is PSG one or the Barca one?
I think Barca.
So it's Barca and Inter. So I think they are at a similar situation right now because they want to go back to the glory days.
Yeah.
And see, I am not going to predict anymore. But we will give a prediction. Don't worry. But I think it's going to be very close.
Yeah.
There's no clear winner here.
Yeah.
Even I know Barca will probably win because they are the best team this season.
Yeah. And they, I think, have that quality where they can break down Inter. Yeah.
They will break down.
Yeah.
But it will be very tough.
Very tough.
It will be low scoring, I think. Because they won't let them score. Inter won't let them score. And Inter doesn't score much.
Barca is like one of those teams where this season, most of their matches are high scoring. So I think Inter's defense would obviously restrict them to score goals, but they will score goals because they score goals, but their defense is also a little
very
shaky.
Leaky.
Yeah,
they'll be very scared of Thuram and Martinez.
Yeah, I think those offside traps would be helpful this time at least.
I think it will be a win for Barca in the first leg and then draw in the second.
Yeah, I think if Barca wins the first leg, Barca will play like they played in the last second leg also.
Dortmund.
Yeah, they'll just try to defend. They'll try to defend, and obviously they'll rely on the front three to create some moments of magic. But the first leg, I think Barca will win easily. Yeah, easily.
And so we are both predicting Barca going through.
Yeah, hopefully, man.
Hopefully. I won't hope for that.
Madrid fan.
Madrid. I can't be saying that. I'll be crucified. But I think Barca.
Barca deserves to win the whole league, like Champions League. League also technically.
They deserve to win a treble.
Yeah.
And it hurts so much because they are winning it on our head.
Yeah, third time that also.
We have never won it.
Yeah.
And they are going to win it against us because we are second there. We are in the Copa del Rey final.
Yeah.
And UCL I'm not even talking about. I was predicting a El Clasico final 2 podcasts ago.
Yeah. We also said that it's going to be one of the biggest matches after the World Cup final.
But sadly we are not.
Copa del Rey again, you have an
that will be a fun match.
That will be a fun match. But then I feel like Madrid after this loss, I would think that they would have something to prove.
But then again, I would say Madrid have given up on this season because it's a very Madrid thing to do.
Yeah.
They lost the main thing, so they just like why try again?
Fair enough.
Because we have seen this many times.
Yeah.
Whenever Madrid have an off season, they just give up on the whole season for the next season.
Yeah.
And then they do what Madrid do.
Yeah.
So okay, we are deviating now, but Barca going through against Inter.
Yeah.
And the second one, I think the most fun match.
Yeah.
PSG and I forgot. PSG and Arsenal.
Arsenal. Yeah.
How can we forget? We love Arsenal. I think it'll be fun. But PSG are dominating.
It'll be amazing to watch, man. Because Mikel Merino is playing as the striker, Arsenal striker. I think by then Gabriel will be back. And I don't know why they don't play Jesus or...
Jesus is injured.
Jesus is injured. Sterling is also injured.
Sterling.
My God. Thank God. Thank God we gave them.
He was good, but not anymore.
Not anymore. In City, obviously. He was one of reminds me of those times, Centurion season and all. But yeah, he was good.
At that point, he was being in comparison with Messi and all with his stats.
Yeah. In Sterling also.
I'm talking about Sterling only.
Oh, I'm talking about Jesus.
Oh,
Jesus was the one who scored that goal against, I think I forgot the team, but that was like the the day we not won, we reached 100 points. We were centurions.
The fire,
Yeah, so that was like amazing. That was the second season of Pep Guardiola. Like that was like the first few matches I've watched of Man City. Started watching games. So I think Arsenal with Mikel Merino is not going to give them that much of goals. I know he scored against Madrid. That was a good finish also.
But no,
I think we all know who's the main man, Saka. Yeah, Saka was a menace against Madrid.
He did what people expected him to do.
Yeah, and I was expecting Trossard to do things.
It was weird. We both expected Trossard.
Yeah, but Trossard was substituted, I think, for Merino in the last 80 minutes, I think. 80th minute, and Martinelli played good. Suddenly.
That goal reminded me of the 7-1 goal do you remember the Germany-Brazil match?
Yeah. Oh my
Oscar
God.
had a similar goal.
Yeah, I support Brazil. I know.
Yeah, we both support Brazil.
That's the one thing that's common.
We have in common.
Yeah.
So the international days will be fun when we have big competition.
Yeah.
But more on that later.
Yeah.
But so talking about Dembele.
Yeah.
Let's hear your
I was saying that, I know Dembele is in the form of his life and whatnot, but I always feel like, I can see that Barca Dembele, always. I feel like he is going to somewhere mess it up. Like, I know he's dribbling, he's finishing. Wow. Nice setup here.
Yeah. Amazing. Don't do YouTube, kids.
I know Dembele is in the form of his life, but I still don't, trust him 100%. Like, their defense. Gabriel, Saliba, Miles Lewis Kelly and Timber. Rock solid. I still don't know if Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and I think it's Barcola.
Your favorite? No, I think Dure starts, right?
If Duve starts, then it's good because...
Dure, sorry.
Yeah. He's a good player, but he's still young. I haven't seen much of him. Like, obviously that crazy goal he scored against Aston Villa, but Duve is kind of like Neymar, like the movement and everything. But I still don't know if they can break down
The Arsenal defense.
Arsenal's defense, which is rock solid.
And the thing is, I never saw Dembele as a main man.
Yeah.
I always saw him as a supporting role.
Yeah.
Like, when you see a team
Yeah.
and you see Dembele, you're like, okay, fine, he's the second superstar,
Yeah.
not the main one. I still feel he can't lead a team to greatness.
Yeah.
And I think PSG are going to face that.
I think even in this PSG team, I don't think Dembele is the main.
He
It's
is.
Kvaratskhelia, I feel like here.
Dembele does his part
Yeah.
exceptionally well.
Yeah. Now though he is doing great. Yeah. But still, I feel like Arsenal's defense, Saliba bullied Mbappe. Like, there was this one, I don't know, you didn't watch the match, it was not in the highlights. There was this one moment in that match where it was a long ball from Valverde and Mbappe, he got a good touch on it. And then Saliba just bodied him and held that position till the ball went out of the ground. So, Saliba is a very calm, composed defender. And Gabriel, on the other hand, is the most physical one. Yeah,
So they complement each other.
yeah,
really
so it's a good defending combo they have. And Miles Lewis Kelly, good defense, comfortable on the ball. Timber is also like very, very comfortable on the ball, and he's also very good physically.
And plus they have Calafiori on. He's not on the bench right now, but
Calafiori and Ben White, they are like, Ben White had an exceptionally good season last year.
he's injured, right?
He's injured.
Both Calafiori is injured. So if they come in next season, they'll be even better.
Yeah, so I still don't know if PSG will do that well,
But they will.
but then I believe in them. I always believe, because Luis Enrique has experience. He knows what to do. And
Arsenal are new to this.
Arsenal, they are new to this. I think after 2009 it's the first time they are playing a semi-final. So nerves. PSG, I know, also a young team, but they have a manager who has done it all. So I feel like PSG is gonna do well. And yeah, hopefully let's do the prediction. Let's do
For this.
I know we'll obviously do another podcast where we'll talk about it, which will, because there's a long time left still.
Next matches.
Yeah, so let's do like a pre prediction. We'll do a prediction depending on the form of the teams then. But currently, after watching the quarterfinals, what do we think?
I think again, First leg, right?
Yeah,
Only the first leg.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be 2-1 PSG.
2-1 PSG. I think it'll be a first leg 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw.
Yeah.
Realistic. I was going for a draw as well.
No, I was going for very high scoring predictions last time. I'm not doing that anymore because I've come to realize that in modern football,
it's not possible.
It's not possible.
The aggregates probably will be high scoring, but. And for the Barca Inter game, we said a draw. I think it's a 1-1 draw. No. I said the first match will be a win and the second one will. So I think 2-0 win. I don't think Inter will score.
I would go for 3-0 again because 3-0. Last time also I predicted and it was right. Last time because I have come to realize that Barca is a high scoring team this season. I think it was the first time since like they made like a history. Like it was like 20 matches or something where they have scored 4 or more goals in a single match. So they made histories this season also, which people are not talking about. So I think Barca will score more, but then also again we talked about Inter's defense, how good it is. So yeah, I think defensively there are two teams. See, Barca, possession-based team, fluid movement, defensively leaky, versus a supremely good defensive team. On the other hand, Arsenal don't have a striker. I know they have their golden boy Saka and whatnot. Defensively great. On the other hand, PSG defensively okay. Attacking wise great again. So it's a very evenly matched.
It's like they defense versus attack, defense versus attack.
Yeah, so it's going to be like a fun watch, and I hope our predictions are right because in no way I'm going to be happy if Arsenal makes it through.
No, Arsenal shouldn't be in the
Champions League final. It shouldn't happen. If it happens, it's just a bad day, man. It's a bad day. It's a bad year.
Every Premier League fan of any team, they don't want Arsenal in the final because they'll be insufferable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to talk to an Arsenal fan and be like, we're in the Champions League final. Like, bro, shut up, man.
Yeah, like, they did nothing for so many years.
Second place.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a Barca Barca PSG final.
Yeah.
Which we kind of predicted in our first podcast.
Yeah, we were like, either it's going to be Barca Madrid
or Barca PSG.
Yeah, so I think it's heading towards that.
Yeah, we don't want Arsenal in the final. We don't want Inter in the final. Inter is
still fine because Inter makes it through. Somehow.
And I would actually prefer Inter in the final.
Yeah.
Because
Italian.
Italian Barca, man.
Oh.
Why would I want Barca in the final?
Fair enough.
But they deserve it, nonetheless.
Barca probably will.
It's a Barca PSG final.
Yeah.
If everything goes right, which it probably should go right.
If the football gods are in the right mood, then
And it'll be a final worth watching.
People will actually enjoy. It'll be high scoring, two attacking teams.
Fun football. They got that revenge thing. Dembele wants to be like, no, Barca, you made a mistake.
Yeah.
Barca want to prove that we are.
How did Barca make a mistake? They spent 153
million on you. And they let you go for what? Free?
Yeah, almost free.
Almost free.
Pennies.
So they made the mistake of spending so much.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. So that's it for today.
Yes.
Also, by the way, we are not in jerseys today.
Yeah, because
it's a casual day.
It's a day of sadness.
Sadness. We are mourning.
Yeah. So no, my jersey is behind actually. Yeah. So that's it for the video.
That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah.
As always, feel free to comment what you want, what you want to see, anything you want. Hate actually is fun. Hate is fun. You can actually hate as much as you want.
Yeah.
You can cry with me. If you're a Madrid fan, you can cry. Join me in the shlok. So we'll see you the next time.
Yeah. Until then, please
watch the other videos.
Yeah, please. Barca video, please watch.
Great video, by the way. Like, we spoke about how Barca have to prove something. He spoke about it in detail.
I fully researched.
So
more research than my college projects actually.
Can't say the same though. Hello, bye. Cheers, guys.
Bye.